Hey, good morning, everybody. So, you guys probably wondering what the video is all about, and I'm going to sneeze. Hopefully, I don't sneeze too hard. Yeah, excuse me. So, I come across this guy on YouTube, Jesper Verkulji. I guess I'm mispronouncing the name, but he's a video blogger, a V blogger, and it's all around his cycling. And I'm like, wow, what a transparent way to be. And he shows you here in this one of many videos. He does an FTP test. He's a young guy. He's a pro out of Holland. And I'm like watching his stuff, and I'm like, this guy's not that much better than me. And I'm 48 years old. And I'm like, wow, a lot of people are interested in this. But I think there's interest in transparency and seeing what the old guys can do. And how this really correlates is, I've seen some guys video blogging, and they're really, really good. And I'm like, maybe I should do that. Just a different way to make things transparent and interesting. And, I ride a lot. I don't really do much outside of that except spend time here with the family. And I'm like, that'd be a cool little gig to do. So I've decided to and it correlate with what I've just done. I've actually, for the first time in my life, I've partnered up with a coach. I know that's for all my years since I was a 15-year-old kid in high school. I've never really had a coach. I've had people advise me and stuff, but I never gave it 100% commitment. I remember back in when I was a distance runner, I had Kevin Sullivan's old coach, Doug Wistitz. He'd tell me to do the sessions and then come back Monday off a Thursday session, come back Monday to be ready to go again, or Tuesday. But all through the weekend, I used running as therapy, and I was just hammered. And he could never figure out why, like, what's going on. And I wasn't eating right. He's like, what's going on? Why isn't this guy being able to perform the work I'm assigning him to do? It's because he was giving me this, and then the next day I was doing that again plus something else, and then the day after, hard stuff, not recovery stuff. And I was just digging a hole. So I'm like, and then even afterwards, I had a couple other coaches, just advisors, guys, but I wasn't fully on board with what they were saying. Then last week, I have a conversation with a guy in New York City, David Lipscomb, and I'm like, I'm going to see what David has to offer, because we've been going back and forth on social media for almost a year and a half. And he's like, I can really help you out. And I'm like, and then he was giving me some stuff on, looking at some of my videos that I posted. And he's like, you should maybe just drop your saddle a little bit as opposed to what people are saying. And I really noticed the difference. So I got on the phone with David, and it was just like, bam, this guy makes a ton of sense. He's a former martial artist. He's a great cyclist, good Cat 1-2 rider in New York. Did some damage there. Now he's taken his focus and he's put it into CIS training, and he coaches the world UCI double road TT champion, Scotty Weiss. I don't think Scotty won it last year, but in 2016, he was the man. And Scotty Weiss is a former U.S. Pro road champion. He's got scalps of many of the top riders. He's beaten Chris Horner, a Grand Tour stage winner. He's beaten him in events before. So Scotty's the real deal. And I'm like, if David's good enough, if Dave is good enough for Scotty Weiss, then he's good enough for Shane Lavelle. So I got on the phone with David, and I'm just like, this guy, I've never heard anybody have an approach to cycling like this. It's truly unique. It's it's a system he's developed, and he's a smart guy. He knows the body. He knows the muscular system. He knows the systems that we use when we're riding. He knows all the ins and outs. Very, very dynamic, very interesting, very educated individual. So I'm like, shit, I'm getting David to coach me. So we're on a 12-week development period here where he's really going to feel me out. And I can notice already after just 3 days on the program, I'm hurting in places I've never hurt before from on the bike work. So I'm going to say that again. I'm hurting in areas like in my legs. Like I'm hurting in areas where I never get sore. So he's really tapping into something I've never tapped into. So this takes me to the video, and I came across this guy where he's doing his FTP test. He's got 21,000 subscribers, Jesper. And I'm like, what's this guy all about? I watched some videos on him.
The moment of truth. From here on,
put the camera
I'm
away.
not going to talk anymore. I'm going to stow the camera away. I'm just going to go all out for 20 minutes. That's it.
And you can see at the end of his ride, he does like
below 180, below my.
He was 380 for the test. I'm like, wow, how big is this guy? And this guy's 84.5 kg. So I'm like, shit. You know, he was 325 earlier in the year, gets up to 380. So you times that 0.95. So that's like an FTP of, I don't know, 360 for the hour. And I'm like, man, I'm at 320 right now. And this guy's 84 kg. So that's 4.2 watts per kilo. And I'm like, I'm at 316. I'm pretty much there. And everybody's like, well, how much do you weigh, Jesper? And that's the thing that people think. See, this is how transparent I'll get. I'll show you my weight. So we got a scale over here. We got a scale on the ground right there. I got the MacBook. I'll even weigh it. Look, I'm not. I got everything on. I got a pound of clothing on. Easy. So we we fine tune the weight. Let it clear so it zeroes out. Activate it. Get on the scale. So I'm easily 72 kg. I got a computer in my hand. I got a winter vest on, a sweater. You know, I'm easily 72 kg, and I've ate already. So what I've been doing is for the last 6 weeks prior to getting with David is I haven't been eating much in the morning. I don't eat after midnight, and all the way to about 3 o'clock ish. All I have is a smoothie. I had one earlier, just a little bit earlier, and I don't really eat my first meal till around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I go through a whole 14-hour intermittent fasting period where I don't actually intermittent fast because I have a little bit of nutrition, but I'm getting good stuff in, and I'm getting a lot of stuff that is prebiotic where it's not, you know, like you get the meats in you and you feel bloated. I've really, in the last 6 weeks, taken my weight down almost 10 pounds. So it's made just changing my eating has made a huge difference in how I feel on the bike and off the bike, and how I look on the bike and off the bike. Now getting with David and noticing in just 3 days, I've never heard here. I've never heard there. What? And it's just from how the drills he's making me do on the bike. And he says that I was like, David, man, this is the thing when I decided to get him, I'm like, I love what this guy says. I love his system. I love how he's going to go about it. And I'm like, David, what do you think I can realistically get to? And he's like, man, we can put 50 watts on your FTP in the next 12 weeks. And I'm like, sign me up for that. So yeah. And you know what? I'm going to document the whole thing. So that's it for now. That's the first video of the vlog. It won't be the last one, but that's the first video. And I don't know. I'll put it up on my YouTube channel, and you guys are welcome to come along for the journey. But 48 years old. This is a kid, and I'm a 48-year-old man, and I think I can be better than I ever have been. And I know I can be, and he's told me. Yeah. And we just do the thing, and we just do the things that we need to do. And I'm even going to drink the beer that I usually drink because it seems to be working, right? That's another thing. People are like, beer makes you fat. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. It's funny. I was researching prebiotics, which is crucial for getting rid of gut inflammation. And one of the best things that you can have for gut inflammation is barley. Geez, that's one of the 4 ingredients in beer. I mean, the alcohol, you don't drink yourself sideways, but, I tend to find it helps me relax, and it's got carbs in it. And, people say alcohol reduces your testosterone, but there's some studies that say in moderation, it doesn't hurt your T levels. But that's another video altogether. But I'm just going to go from here and see where we can go. You guys are welcome to come along. Thanks for watching the video. Ciao for now. We got to shut off this one. Where do we do that?